the objective of the use case is to monitor the locust outbreaks in tropical areas of the world. These outbreaks are in two dimensions, I would say. They are what we call the outbreak of hoppers. So it's the early version of the locust that is not a big danger at the beginning. And then there's this evolution of the locust into a gregarious form that can create swarms. The issue in that is the fact that a little swarm of 1 square kilometer can eat the same amount of food than 35,000 people per day. So we are facing a crisis that is mostly impacting the agricultural areas in those countries, and that could be at the end a complete food crisis for the people there. So for this specific use case, the objective is to use the satellite data and all the satellite information we can collect about the climatic, environmental elements information to try to prevent, in some point, the outbreak of the locust, and also afterwards to identify the movement of it, the movement of the swarms, but also to identify the damage done by it. And like that, as the locust is covering a large part of the world, basically we go from Senegal to India. If we take the large extent of the outbreak of locust, the satellite data can tackle down a bit this obstacle of covering really large area. Within the project of EO4EU, there is this idea that we can collect easily, or we can centralize the information. So to prevent or to monitor the locust, we need a large amount of information, environmental information, coming from different types of satellites, from precipitation, temperature, vegetation, soil moisture, that are located basically in different servers. Within the project and within the creation of one specific server, we can centralize all this information, and then we can create the data set to monitor the locust in one specific point. Then, in the future of the project, in the idea of sharing the information or sharing the result obtained by such kind of model, the idea is to propagate the result and the information to the user in a simple way. Let's say that the actual objective is really to prevent the outbreaks. If we think about future application, we can think about what I was saying in the beginning, which is like the damage assessment. So we have two answers to the crisis. We have one, which is prevent, and saying, okay, you should check there because maybe you can have an outbreak, and that can imply a crisis afterward. In the case that we missed it, or we missed the information that the crisis still happened, this idea of like improving this type of model to identify the damage, identify how the crisis were, and the amount of people that were impacted, and then this is like a response to the crisis. Where do we send the help? Where do we send the money for helping? Who needs help? What they need, and what was the impact on the environment at the end?